If you can't tell, it's dark, other than like if I had the light off. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know where that was going. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like 5 years since I read this, so even though February is the shortest month, whichever one is the one where he doesn't feel feelings at all, that's him. I brought it, and I bought a solar power charger. Yeah. Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going through the, I think 9 books that I read in February. I read 9 books in February, okay? So we're gonna talk about them today. And before we do that, drink of the day, okay? It's actually kind of later. If you can't tell, it's dark, other than like if I had the light off. Yeah. So it's not like late, it's just like whatever. Anyway, basically the point is I'm drinking a Fresca because I have to work in the morning, so I have to go to bed soon, and I don't want to be like up, so I'm not drinking like an Alani or coffee, you know? So yeah, I was not planning on filming this right now, but it just happened that it's this. And then we have my little Stanley of water, okay? Because hydration is key. This actually has a element in it. I think it's pink raspberry or something like that. I don't really know. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about the books. Actually, I am gonna show you. I'll show you my January too, because I don't think I showed you it last time. I hadn't done it, but sometimes if I have these done, I show you my book journal pages. I don't think I showed you that. Well, actually, I showed you it. Never mind. I'm not gonna show you January because I do remember I showed you in a vlog. Doesn't matter. So basically, I have a book journal. I do a spread for each month. Sometimes I don't have these done by the time it's wrap up time, but this one is a little later, and so I just did this yesterday actually. So might as well show you. This is my little cover page. It just says February with the little like heart candy things. Okay, and then I don't know, I said it like that. This is the February books page. We'll give you a little sneak peek of what books I'm read. Okay, so there we go. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know where that was going. I mean, I do know where that's going. I don't know. I didn't have anything to say about that. Let's just get right into it. Okay, I have 5 of these books here physically. The rest I read on Kindle. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I read most of these on Kindle, except for one. I read all of these actually on Kindle except for one. But I have, whatever. You know what? You get it. I've read most of these on Kindle except for one. And I have physical copies of them as well. Some of them. Anyway, first book to start it off with. Actually, I remember my last wrap up. At the end of this, I told you guys, I think, I don't know, it's been a month, so whatever, but I'm pretty sure I told you at the end of my last wrap up that I was reading this book. Obviously, I finished it, okay? I read Twisted Emotions by Cora Riley, okay? Now, this is a dark mafia romance, arranged marriage, I think. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like 5 years since I read this, so even though February is the shortest month, I don't know, make it make sense. So anyway, this follows Nino Falcone and Chiara Vitello, and this is arranged marriage. Nino Falcone is in one like mafia clan gang, whatever. He's in the Camorra, which is Las Vegas, I think. It doesn't say on here. Yes, it is Las Vegas. Anyway, and she is the cousin of the like dude that runs the whatever the one in New York is, okay? Nino Falcone is like, I don't know, he's like right under, he's right-hand man of his brother who is the capo or the runner. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, so basically these two families are like in a war. I don't know if they're in a war, but they're like enemies, right? And as always, they want to merge, you know, or not merge, but they want to be allies. So what do? Of course, they make an arranged marriage. So Nino and his brother go to this dude and is like, we need one of like your family's girls or women to come and marry Nino. And he's like, okay, I'll see what I can do. And Kiara doesn't have her parents were traders or something, so she's lived with her aunt and uncle, but her aunt and uncle haven't really like, they're not really biggest fans of her. They're not like abusive, but they're like, you know, neglectful. They don't really like help her out. She also, search up trigger warnings because it's dark, but she also has, she's also, is it on page? I think it is. There's on page sexual assault, so I think just in the beginning. Anyway, so she like deals with that. So she's scared of men, and also Nino is like really scary. He's a psychopath, so he doesn't feel psychopath or sociopath. I think he's psychopath. Whichever one is the one where he doesn't feel feelings at all. That's him. He doesn't know how to feel emotions. Anyway, so they enter this arranged marriage, and it's just so cute, okay? Because he like he is so just the man he is, okay? He doesn't know how to read emotions or like feel emotions. He can kind of read emotions, but because he doesn't feel emotions, he doesn't read as much. So he keeps 2 fingers on her wrist to feel her pulse, to know if she's like freaking out or not, or like whatever, to read her emotions, but it's through her pulse. Yeah. And there's so much more. He buys her a piano. It's so cute. And it's just so good. So good. Okay, it's so good. I just love it. It's so good. So good. Anyway, I gave it 4.5. Now, I haven't finished this. This is actually the second book in the Kimura Chronicles, but I read it out of order. I do want to go back and read the first one and the rest of them, or at least I think the rest of them. Anyway, it was really good. What did I say I gave it? I gave it 4.5 stars. It was so good. Okay, so next I actually buddy read these next 2 books with my friend Olivia. Actually, technically next 3. Anyway, so I read All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 3rd book in the Natural series. Actually, I'm going to talk about Bad Blood too, because I also read this. This is the 4th book in the Natural series. Now, I don't really want to talk about the synopsis of these 2 because they are, which like, I guess I could. Not really this one. No, I'm just going to talk about the first book because they're in a series, okay? So, basically these follow, the first book is The Naturals, so obviously read the first book. And then there's, the second book is Killer Instinct. I could have grabbed them all, but too late. I'm already sitting down. I'm not going to grab them. So, basically this follows a group of 4 teenagers. They're like high school age. Anyway, actually the main character, whose point of view you're always in, well, kind of. I'll just explain it. Her name is Cassie, and Cassie's mom died at a very young age, 6 or something, when she was 6, or maybe it was 6 years ago. I don't know. She died. It was 6 years ago. She wasn't 6, okay? So, they've never found out who the killer is, or if she's even, like, actually died. They just don't know. Anyway, so Cassie's kind of convinced that she's still alive. And she's tried to like piece it together by herself, but not really. So she's living with her grandmother at the time, her dad's mom, but she didn't really know her dad. I don't really remember the details of that. Anyway, the point is, one day this guy comes and he's from the FBI, and he's like, here's my card, basically. I kind of forget what he said because it was a while ago that I read that book, the first book. Anyway, turns out there's this program called The Naturals, where it is a group of teenagers who have these natural abilities. I know I said that. These natural, like, abilities to, like, Cassie is a profiler, so she looks and she, like, immediately knows just about people's lives. And there's another profiler who is a boy, Dean. And there is another guy can read people's like emotions perfectly, and then Leah, the girl, another girl can she's a human lie detector. I love Leah. I just love them all. The Found Family is so good. And then Sloane, they literally call her a human calculator. She's like a genius, and she's so cute. When I tell you, I'm not even joking, when I literally was like crying at these books. Oh, basically, and I forgot to, finish. finish the synopsis, is each book they have like these, well, they're supposed to just solve cold cases or like just look at old ones and like try and figure out how people came to solve it or whatever. But basically in each book they solve a crime, like an open crime, and then there's like this whole thing. And like in the second book especially, it kind of like the program kind of changes a little bit, and you'll just see it's just so good. And the whole found family, I just love it so much. The guy who, like, he's not in the FBI, but he's like takes care of them basically, or like, I mean, they're old enough to take care of themselves, but like oversees them, make sure they're not like, you know, they're fine. His name is Judd, and he's just so cute and sweet, and I love him. And then these two agents that help them, or like that are technically in charge of them, I don't want to say, well, it's fine, but we'll just say I love them, okay? I just love this whole series. Now, I read All In and Bad Blood. They're both 5 stars. At the end of Bad Blood, there is a little novella that's like after the fact. I gave it 3.5, and that's just because I don't really know how to read novellas, because it's not like a full book, you know? And so I still think it would be like it was good, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't the same feelings as these. Anyway, it basically just felt like a big epilogue. It's like maybe 100 pages, not even. So, anyway, I did count it towards my reading goal because it's a book, okay? I read it. I don't care. Anyway, so 5 stars, and then 3.5 for the novella. Yeah, you need to read them because they're so good. Okay, I had to come on here because the other day it literally just got announced that there's gonna be another book in this series. She's writing another book, and so yeah, you definitely need to read them all, because November something, I think, there's another book, and I'm so excited. Literally, like, don't even talk to me. I'm so excited. So this is just an extra telling you to go read it right now. A little extra reminder. Obviously start with the first one, The Naturals. Okay. Next book I read was, oh yes, I read Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This is technically the first book, and I think it's like interconnected standalones. I don't know if you're supposed to read them in order. I would assume you are. Also, like, maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. I haven't read the second one. This follows Ophelia, and it's basically, if you've read Caraval, it's basically adult Caraval, kind of. I'm not gonna lie. So basically, Phantasma are these games, and it's like a haunted, kind of like a haunted house, but like not. This is also dark paranormal romance, I think, or like academia, whatever, dark academia, something like that. Anyway, but Ophelia's mom dies, and she's like is it a necromancer? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Anyway, and so she like inherits the power basically of seeing like ghosts and like all this stuff, talking to the dead, you know? And so her mom dies, that's where you start off of, and then her sister goes like missing, and she has some clues on where she is. She went to she went to play in Phantasma. Now, Phantasma are these games that you could die, or you could leave, or at the end, if you win, you get a wish, I think, or like a favor. I think that's what it is. Anyway, so she goes and plays these games, and then she meets someone along the way. His name is Blackwell. Yeah, he's okay. So yeah, anyway, I didn't really explain that well, but it's really good. I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars. Okay. I do want to read the next one because it's about her sister. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna read that. I don't know. Anyway, next book, oh my goodness. I continued my Addicted Calloway reading journey, and I think both of these next books are in one of my weekly vlogs, and I'm not even joking. The next, well, I'm just gonna show you, but I was crying over this one, and I filmed it. It's in like maybe the 2 vlogs ago or something, I don't know. Anyway, Ricochet, if you don't know, the Addicted series follows Lily and Lo, and they're both addicts Lo is an alcoholic and Lily is a sex addict, and they have been like, they've been best friends forever, literally. And no, because why am I about to cry? Why am I about to cry thinking about this? They've been best friends forever, and they've been in this fake relationship because basically both of their parents, or like Lo's dad and Lily's mom and dad, Lily's mom and dad own a soda company, and Lo's dad owns like a baby product company. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but basically they're very rich and like famous, and it's like not socialite, I think that's what it is. Like, they're in high end society, okay? And so what was I saying? Oh yes, so they pretend to be in a relationship to hide their addictions from each other, or not each other, from everyone else. So they're the only two people that know about this, and so good. Anyway, so you follow them in the first book. They decide, which is Addicted to is the first book, they decide to like be together, and they try to do it, and then basically just doesn't work out. Well, I mean, it does work out, but well, I don't want to say what it ends. Anyway, but Ricochet, I don't want to say like really what it follows. I mean, I will. You just follow more of Lily's story and her like going through therapy and all this stuff. It's so good. It's really small, and was it sad that Lo's not in this for a certain reason? Yes, but still like ate it up. Okay, I gave it 4.75. Was it 5 stars just because first of all it was so small, and also no Lo. But no, it was really good. Honestly, it probably should be 5-star, but it's fine. Where it is, it's fine. Okay. Anyway, I just loved, you get more of like found family you get more Reich, or do you get Reich? Yeah, Reich and Daisy and Rose. I love Rose. Basically, there's also a series that intertwines is called the Calloway Sister series, and that Lily is a Calloway, if I didn't say that. And Lily's two sisters also get books, and they're also in this book. So yeah, you get more of that like found family. You get to dive into their story. It's so good. Anyway, 4.75. Also, Lily's growth is just so good in this. Like, I'm not even joking when I say I had tears, okay, in this book too. Kind of forgot about that. Anyway, so good. Okay, and then I read, oh wait, yeah, no, I did. I read Addicted for Now, which is the next book. This one's a lot thicker. Basically, they are now like, wait, I'm trying not to spoil things that happen in the books. But yeah, you just basically continue on with their journeys, and just things happen. I was really sobbing through this. Like, genuinely. Yeah. My review says, I can't even see what I'm writing through my tears. 6 stars. So yeah, you just keep following Lily and Lo through the story. And yeah, I haven't read the next books yet, because the next books I get to start the Calloway Sister series, and I will be doing a vlog for that, so don't you worry if you were worried at all. I didn't do a like full spoiler vlog for these or the Addicted, or a full dedicated vlog for this or the first book, but I talked about the first book in my January wrap up, I think, and then these two I do have the vlog. I think it's in my Florida prep vlog. I read these, so you get my thoughts there, as well as obviously this. So anyway, yeah, the next book I read, oh, I don't have the physical copy. I read The Goal. This is also in my Florida prep vlog. This follows, what are their names? Oh yes, Sabrina James and Tucker. Well, it's really John Tucker, but everybody calls him Tucker. This is in the Off-Campus series. It's the 4th book, so final book. Did I say by Al Kennedy? Because it's by Al Kennedy if I didn't. And basically this is accidental pregnancy trope. So they have a one-night stand. Is it just a one-night stand, or is there more? They either have a one-night stand, or they kind of, maybe it's a few night stands, okay? Anyway, Sabrina is very much, her family situation, not the best, okay? Her mom left her a while ago, and her stepdad still lives there with her grandma, and her stepdad, piece of trash. I hate him. And so she's really smart, really smart, and she's like gonna be in law school. She's not in it yet, but she's in college, you know, graduating, all this stuff. So she like works 2 jobs, is in school, and Tucker is also in school. So yeah, basically she gets pregnant and you just kind of go from there. Yeah. I gave this a 3.75. I liked it. There is just an element, I think, with all of Elle Kennedy's books. They're very of their time, like, you know, 2016-ish. I don't know why I just always associate 2016 with Elle Kennedy books, but here we are. And there's like some cringy things, okay? Which, it's a romance, so it's gonna be cringy, but yeah. Okay, I kind of want to speed run this because my camera's about to die. Next, I read Out of the Woods. I also talked about this in my, actually last week's vlog, my Florida vlog, talked about this. This follows Sarah and Caleb, and they've been married for a while. They've been together since she was like 14 or whatever. They basically are marriage in trouble, so they go on this retreat and figure it out. And also, Sarah kind of, it's not on page, but her mom did die a while ago from ALS or something like that. So she's just never really been on her own or like had her independence. That's basically what happens. So they go on this retreat to figure it out. This is also the second book. I don't know what second. It's an interconnected standalone series. The first one is Out on a Limb by Hannah Moden Young, and I gave this 4.75. Yeah. And also Caleb, so cute. Sarah, there's a scene I have to tell you really fast that they go on this retreat, and she's a big girl, okay? A big book girl. And the first night she like can't fall asleep, and he's like, do you want your e-reader? And she's like, I didn't bring it. It was gonna die like the first day. And he's like, I brought it, and I bought a solar power charger. Yeah. Anyway, I give it 4.7 stars. And that is all the books I read in February. I have to wrap this up really fast because my camera's about to die. But hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me Goodreads, Instagram, TikTok, Fable. All this stuff will be down in the description. I will see you right back here next week with another video. Bye!